Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. I am Fox, and you can see we've got a couple of cars up in the air here. And I've done a little bit of grinding off camera. And I believe I also have some cars waiting for me outside. I just want to check these real quick like. Yes, I have 3 cars waiting for me outside. And let me just verify what jobs they are. Okay, so you've got brakes and gears. Very good. So yes, I did manage to level up high enough that we've started receiving Gearbox jobs, which should be a pretty decent chance at some good money. So we've got suspension, transmission, gearbox. Yep, okay, good. And I believe that's all I've got right now, because I wanted to showcase some of that stuff. Of course, these are mixed, which is kind of an interesting thing that 2018 didn't really do. Usually, jobs were literally just like one kind of thing. Like, it was just brakes, or it was just exhaust. But now it seems like they're making kind of the higher level jobs more of a mixed bag, where you have to do a lot of different things, and there aren't that many where they do a lot of individual things, like, you know, you're only doing the gearbox, or you're only doing the brakes. So that's an interesting thing. So what I have done is I have already used my tools to examine these things. So I've already gotten the experience off of these, and there's also, I noticed, an examination mode that we can use. And I have already gone ahead and done that, and you can manually hold down the mouse button on this, and you can examine 14 parts on the engine, 9 parts on that suspension, 9 parts on that suspension, you know, exhaust. You can go down here, the main suspension down here, 11 parts on that side, 11 parts on that side. So you can see 11, that's 22, 24, 25. Add in that would be 39, that would be 48, and that would be 57. So 57 experience points just from manual examining of parts here, which is not anything to knock. I mean, that is a pretty good amount of experience that I now realize I had been leaving on the bone, so to speak. But anyways, what do we have here? It is literally nothing but gears. All right, so without too much further ado, let's get to work on these gearboxes. Yes, indeed. And the gearboxes mostly are worth a whole lot of money because of the parts that they involve and the cost of those parts. So I got to take off the wheels for this particular one. And hopefully with these couple of jobs that we're going to do, I will level up to level 11, and I will show you what we have done with our points. I did manage to confirm what someone had told me earlier, that upgrades do in fact not only unlock vertically, so to speak, but also horizontally, and I'll show you what I mean once we go over to the toolbox. All right. It has one of those starters, so I have to lower the car. Come on. And actually, you know what? While I'm waiting, let's go ahead and get some tunes on. Yeah. Let's there we go. We'll get some tunes. Take that starter out of there, and we will take this one back up in the air. While I'm waiting for that, what are you? Yeah, you are literally just the flywheel and the clutch pressure plate, which that's not a huge amount of money right there, but it's not shabby either. All right, so now we got to take off the gearbox, and this is why this particular job is going to make us a whole bunch of money, because we have to replace the gearbox. And for those of you who've ever had car troubles, or maybe you are mechanics in real life, you understand that gearboxes are not cheap. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Oh no. No. Okay, so let's go ahead and... No. Damn it. Ah! Wrong buttons. Hitting all the wrong buttons. Clutch release bearing. I will take one of those. And we need a gearbox, I4 if I can speak. This sucker right here. And it's actually one of the cheaper gearboxes. It's 650 creds. Yeah, of course, we're getting it for 617 there, so we make a little money just off of that. But yeah, if you have to replace that and say the flywheel, and you have a more expensive gearbox, like you can make some pretty good money pretty dang quick. It is not even funny. Alright, but then of course I have to put the whole drive shaft and everything back on. So that takes a little bit of extra time. The i4 gearboxes are absolutely not my favorite gearboxes to be working on. I'd much prefer to work on a V8. Those are nice and simple. Not quite so many parts that you have to take off to get to the whole thing. But yeah, once we start making some more money, hopefully I'll be able to start working on those story jobs and then start working on some restorations, which will be real fun. Oh, I didn't find a problem there. Okay, so I got that. Oh, running gear problems. Okay, right. I saw gear and I thought of something else. Okay, never mind. That is a suspension issue. Right. Okay, so just gonna check a couple of things up here in the front. What is the minimum? 45%? Okay, so a little bit of rust doesn't necessarily mean much to me then. Let's go into, actually, you know what, let's get off of the car and go to examination mode. Right, okay. Not seeing anything especially bad there. I do, however, see a couple of things that could be the problem over here. Okay, so that's not it. Let me take that off real quick. 46. Nope, that's still over. 49. You're fine. You're fine. Take you off real quick. Nope, you were fine. Okay. So we will put these parts right back on then. How about you? You're good. You're good. Of course, the other thing is it could absolutely just be like some random rubber bushing. It could totally be that. Matter of fact, I'm inclined to believe it might be this one. It's looking a little haggard. And indeed, that's probably what it was. Yep, that is probably what it was, right there. Rubber bushing. Yeah, it was. So yeah, you can see that's not too bad. The transmission right there, that is probably what's going to make us most of our money. Oh, right, yeah, he wants the starter back. Yeah, I suppose he wants that back. Yeah, okay. Customers these days, they're so demanding, you know, that they want the things that they came in with to still be there when they get their car back, I guess. I don't know how I feel about that. Alrighty, so done and dusted. Very good, very good. So I'll go ahead and take a look real quick here at the toolbox, even though we only have 1 point available to us. But as you can see, I got the 3rd level of strong arms here. I believe it's called strong arms all the way through, right? Yes, it is. And as you can see, I don't have the 2nd level of this unlocked, the thing, the collector for the parking alley. However, I do have the ability to put points and unlock regular customer now, which is probably what I'm going to do upon the next level up, because I want to profit even more from these jobs. So, clutch, pressure plate, and the flywheel. Excellent. Okay. And yeah, here we go. This is the kind of gearbox I like to work on. We do got to take off this rather lengthy drive shaft, but that's all right. It ain't no big thing. It sure beats having to take 2 front axles off, or take 2 front axles off, put them back on, take off 2 wheels, put on 2 wheels. So that I just got to deal with the starter and the drive shaft. That's a whole lot faster. And these gearboxes are worth a pretty penny, so if that's what you have to replace, then that'll make you a pretty good amount of money. Unfortunately, in this case, it's just the clutch plate and the pressure plate and the flywheel. Now the flywheels are 500 pop each, so I mean, you'll still make some pretty decent money off of that as well. Flywheel, flywheel, flywheel. There you are. And a pressure plate. Thank you. But not quite as lucrative as, you know, say a gearbox would be. But yeah, you can see these jobs are pretty quick and simple for the most part, and I really like that about them. All right, throw the starter back on here. And I will throw the drive shaft on there as well. Excellent. Done and dusted. Still pretty decent, you know, pretty decent cash, all things considered. Now, I believe this was the more complicated job, right? Yeah, I'll save that for a little bit later. And what about you? You're also somewhat complicated, but I could definitely do that. What about you? I just want to level up real quick, so, yeah, we'll throw you inside. Okay, so, brake disc, caliper, pads, pressure plate and flywheel, cool beans. Another, nope, not the, I want the pressure plate, the flywheel. Alright, and yeah, you're also a pretty decent one. This, I6, what is it? DOHCBU2T. It's a very interesting name. Loosen that puppy up, and we'll get this thing going. Alright. That will be a very specific gearbox, and I believe we will make a good amount of money off of that. Oh yeah. Let me just search for that real quick. Right, this one. This is the one we want. So 960 creds for that one. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. In addition to a little less than 100 for the pressure plate and 500 from the flywheel. That's about, you know, 1,600 or so in parts. So I should expect a pretty hefty bonus for that job. You may also notice in the upper right-hand side of the screen that all of a sudden that number that had been blue and 0 for a very long time, all of a sudden it is not 0 anymore. I did go ahead and buy the extension to start scrapping parts and upgrading them with those scraps. However, I have not really done much with it. I scrapped a couple of things just to kind of see how that worked. And it's a pretty interesting system. I haven't upgraded anything, so I'm not entirely sure how effective it is. However, my understanding of it, and this is mostly from what I've seen people saying on the Discord for the game, is that really it's really only good at either increasing performance on parts that you can tune, or increasing value of parts in general. And because of that, you probably really only want to use them on very specific jobs that ask you to increase performance, or just on your own cars to increase their value. You know, you go get a salvaged car or whatever at the junkyard. You want to put some good parts on it to make it worth your time, worth your money. You know, you take all the really crappy parts off of it, you scrap those, you get the scraps, you upgrade some parts, make your money back, and then some. At least that is the general concept and idea that I understand. Makes sense to me. So we will have to see once we get there. It may not be advisable for me to be doing any junkyard finds or anything like that. anytime soon, but I am itching to hit the junkyard. Absolutely, I am itching to find me a project to work on. Oh yeah. But I still have some leveling up to do so that I can get more repair perks unlocked, and then I'll have to buy the benches and stuff and such that are used for those processes. So for the time being, I am going to stick to what I have been doing. We're doing jobs. We're doing our gerb. Let me see. I think 63 was good, right? Yeah, he wants 55 or better. So that'll work. And then it looks like it is the brake disc in the rear right that we need to do. But yeah, let me know how you guys are enjoying the game if you have it and you have been playing it. Let me know what your favorite kind of upgrades are from 2018 to this version of the game. So far, I'm really liking the ability to highlight these different parts. I think that is really, really nice. I'm also liking the new parts that they've added, the fluids, the electronics, all of that stuff. That's been a welcome addition as well. Some people are a little disappointed they haven't gone, full bore and made it completely realistic, but I mean, I'm kind of with the developers and their general response, which has been, we don't want to make this completely super realistic because then, there are so many little minor details that we could put in the game that eventually it would get to the point where it wouldn't be fun anymore. It's not a game. I mean, there's a reason why not everybody does this in real life, because it's not fun for everybody. Right? It's not necessarily the most thrilling thing in the world. But yeah, so they kind of try to balance between realism and the simulation side and fun. So anyways, that got us our level up. So now I have 6 skill points. Excellent. We're going to spend 3 of them right there. And oh, that's going to be something that I'm absolutely going to want before I hit up the junkyard or the car auctions, which I'm not entirely sure where they are. Is that the car salon? It might be the car salon. I also had 3 more points. Do I want to spend those or do I want to save? I think I'll go ahead and save them for now. But yeah, you can see I've bought a couple of things. I did get the expansion, and I came over here. I do have the repair table here, and we can repair a couple of things. Interesting. I honestly didn't think that this would work on something this low quality. But let's go ahead and give it a shot. Why not? So we did that, and then I'll do that. And it's a 94. You know what? That's more than good for me. Okay, so that's the same thing. And we will eventually have other tables and benches like over here. I guess this also works for over there. There should be... Oh, that one's already there. There might be one along this wall somewhere. I think there will be some in here. I went ahead and unlocked the warehouse, which is where we can go to store parts and whatnot. Right now, all I did was put my case in there. Okay, yeah. So I can see I have a lot of parts here that I can't repair right now. And I believe if they're red, they're not available for repair. So let's go ahead. And I will show you guys scrapping some parts. And to do that, we just go into this weird shipping container here where we set up a little workbench here. And let's go ahead and salvage a couple of parts that are absolutely bupkis. So you'll notice over here, scraps earned, success 1, bonus is 2, big bonus is 3. So if you get it in the yellow, you get 1 part. If you get it in the green, you get 2 parts. And if you can get it in the blue, you'll get 3 parts. Now, I'm sure eventually I'll be trying to master this process and try to go for the blue every single time. Oh, excuse me, a little gas. I'll be trying to go for the blue every single time, but for now, I mostly just try to get the green. As you can see, there's no failure on this, so I mean, no matter what, you're getting parts. But I like to go for... Ooh, wow, I didn't even get the green that time. Yeah, you can see I need to work on my timing just a little bit here. Oh, wow, I need to work on it more than I thought. There we go. There's a green. You know what? That part in particular is worth quite a bit of money, as is the flywheel. So even broken, I might go ahead and keep those for selling. Let's try to get a blue. Ah! Yeah. Let's try one more blue. I'm doing it a little too soon. Let's try one more. Just one more. Yeah! There's the big bonus. So I got one. And the gearbox and the catalytic converter are also worth a pretty amount of money. Let's go ahead and try the brake pads here. Yeah! Alright, cool. And the rest of that's fine. I will go ahead and sell you. Yeah, 48 credits ain't half bad for a part that's, you know, that messed up. Yeah, we'll do those. That's fine. All right, cool. So, anyways, let's get back into the garage, and we will grab some more vehicles and put them in here. And as a matter of fact, I will put both of these in here, and I will stay outside, and we'll see if I can't grab a couple more orders as well.